Stop scrolling for a second. Yes, you. Right now, you're looking at coins that could completely change the way you see money. These aren't just any coins. These are rare US half dollars, coins that could sit quietly in your pocket or collection today, and tomorrow, they could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, a coin struck decades ago, carrying stories of presidents, wars, and the American spirit itself. One of these rare half dollars could be the golden ticket to your next big coin investment or collection upgrade. Don't wait, because the right coin at the right time can turn ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. Keep watching, because in this video, we're going to uncover which half dollars are absolute treasures and how you could get your hands on them before anyone else. Change the way you see a coin forever. Today, we are diving deep into the story of a piece of American history so common, yet so extraordinary, the 1985 United States half dollar, bearing the iconic inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, and struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the P mark proudly standing for the birthplace of this numismatic marvel. At first glance, it might look like just another silver-colored coin circulating in your pocket or jar, but every line, every relief, every tiny letter is steeped in history, politics, and artistic genius. This is not just money. This is a story of an era, of a nation asserting its identity, and of the skilled hands of the craftsmen who created something meant to last centuries. Historical background. The 1985 half dollar belongs to the Kennedy half dollar series, first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in 1963. The decision to create this coin was abrupt but deliberate, an effort to memorialize a leader who had captured the hearts of Americans. Initially, these coins were struck in 90% silver in 1964, but by 1965, due to rising silver prices, the composition was reduced to a clad combination of copper and nickel. By 1985, the Kennedy half dollar was almost entirely a copper-nickel alloy, with a pure copper core and a copper-nickel outer layer, giving it a distinct silver-like appearance without the cost of precious metal. The Liberty inscription across the top symbolizes the founding principles of the United States, while In God We Trust reflects the national motto adopted in 1956 during the Cold War, representing faith as a pillar of American identity. E Pluribus Unum, Latin for out of many one, reminds us of the union of the states into a single nation. Each of these inscriptions tells a story far beyond the coin's monetary value. They speak to the ideals, challenges, and culture of America in the 1980s. Design details. Obverse front. Features a left-profile portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, the chief engraver of the United States Mint from 1948 to 1964. Every fine line in Kennedy's hair, every curve of his face, captures not only his likeness, but the optimism of the era he represented. The inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust flank the portrait, elegantly balanced, while the date 1985 rests below. Reverse back. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the reverse features the presidential seal, a heraldic eagle clutching an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbolizing America's commitment to peace and readiness for defense. Around the eagle, the inscription United States of America proudly proclaims the nation's identity, and half dollar indicates its denomination. The coin's reeded edge, introduced to deter clipping, provides a tactile reminder of centuries of coinage tradition. Mint mark. The small P near the obverse shoulder denotes the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historic mints in the United States, operating since 1792. Composition and production. Metal, copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core. Weight, 11.34 grams. Diameter, 30.61 millimeters. Thickness, 2.15 millimeters. Edge, reeded like many traditional coins, providing both anti-counterfeiting and aesthetic function. Interesting fact, the Kennedy half dollar of 1985 was produced in extremely high quantities compared to earlier decades. While silver versions were rarer and highly collectible, these clad coins were intended mainly for circulation. Despite this, collectors today seek coins in MS-65 or higher grades, mint state, which show exceptional luster and no handling marks. Why it was made. The 1985 Kennedy half dollar was minted as part of the ongoing series to honor JFK, but it served multiple purposes. Memorialization, to perpetuate the memory of a beloved president. Circulation needs. As coins age and banks require new currency, minting high quantities of half-dollars ensured the economy had sufficient change. Collector interest. Minting limited coins with different mint marks encouraged coin collecting, boosting interest in numismatics. Symbolism. Every Kennedy half-dollar carried the dual message of patriotism and faith, reflecting the social and political climate of mid-1980s America. Condition and grading. The value of a 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar depends heavily on condition. Circulated coins, typically worth their face value, 50 cents, but they hold historical and sentimental value for collectors. Uncirculated/mint state, MS-60, MS-70 value ranges from $1.50 to $5 or more. Depending on luster, strike quality, and absence of flaws. Proof coins. Special collector coins with mirror-like surfaces can fetch $10 to $20. Grading tips. Look for sharp details in Kennedy's hair, clear lettering, and even coloration. Avoid coins with scratches, toning, or wear, which reduce collector value. Interesting numismatic facts. The Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most recognizable American coins worldwide. Despite massive minting, many coins never entered circulation and went directly to collectors or banks, making some high-grade examples rarer than expected. The P mint mark signifies Philadelphia, while coins from Denver carry a D and San Francisco a S. Collectors often seek to complete sets from all mints in pristine condition. The coin has been produced almost every year since 1964, making it a fascinating way to trace American history through changing compositions, mint marks, and historical contexts. Collecting and value insights. Even though the 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar is common, it is an essential piece for any Kennedy series collection. Coins in gem mint state, MS-65 or higher, are particularly sought after. Key points for collectors. Look for perfect luster. Coins reflecting light like a mirror are more valuable. Check for doubling. Sometimes the date or lettering may have a double strike, increasing rarity. Preserve in protective holders. Air, humidity, and fingerprints can reduce value. Historical context adds value. Collectors appreciate coins from the Cold War era as a tangible link to American culture and politics in the 1980s. Cultural and historical significance. Beyond its metallic value, the coin embodies American optimism in the post-Vietnam, post-Watergate era. The legacy of JFK, whose image still inspires civic engagement and leadership. Numismatic artistry, combining functional currency with intricate design. A reminder that even everyday objects, coins in your pocket, can carry the weight of history, symbolism, and identity. So, the next time you see a 1985 Kennedy half-dollar, remember it is more than 50 cents. Appreciate the artistry of Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo. Reflect on the history, politics, and culture it silently represents. Consider its potential as a collectible, an enduring slice of American heritage that could outlive all of us. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that carries not just metal, but memory. Not just currency, but legacy. The 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar is more than a piece of pocket change. Its surface, smooth yet sharply defined, tells a story of a nation, a presidency, and the subtle power of design and symbolism. Every line etched on its obverse and reverse, every letter painstakingly engraved, represents decades of craftsmanship, national pride, and historical continuity. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964, but by 1985, it had already passed through over 2 decades of social upheaval, technological innovation, and artistic refinement. In the mid-1960s, the coin's original 90% silver composition was replaced with the more cost-effective copper-nickel clad. Yet even with this change, the coin retained its dignity, its weighty feel, and its sense of permanence. The choice of materials itself was a reflection of an evolving economy, a government balancing the desire to honor a fallen president with the practicalities of circulation. Holding the 1985 coin, one is literally holding history in the palm of a hand, a metal witness to Cold War tensions, economic shifts, and American resilience. Look closely at Kennedy's profile on the obverse. Designed by Gilroy Roberts, the chief engraver of the United States Mint, it is not merely a portrait. It is a study in expression, a reflection of character. The slight tilt of the head, the determination in the eyes, and the flowing lines of his hair communicate optimism, strength, and a timeless American ideal. These details, though microscopic, are essential to numismatists and collectors. Each strike of the coin preserves the artistry of engraving, something entirely human in an age of machine production. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's presidential seal captures the dual nature of American identity: peace and preparedness, symbolism and utility. The eagle holds an olive branch in one claw, arrows in the other, reminding citizens and collectors alike of the nation's complex narrative. The intricate detailing, from the feathers to the shield, demands attention and admiration. The lettering around the eagle, from United States of America to $50, provides not just identification but a connection to a broader story, a story of unification, democracy, and endurance. The inscriptions themselves are profound. Liberty crowns the obverse, invoking the founding ideals of a nation birthed from revolution and vision. In God we trust anchors faith at the center of civic life, a phrase officially adopted during an era when the United States faced existential ideological threats. E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one, reminds us that the country's strength lies in its diversity, its coalition of states and citizens, its unity forged through challenge. In a single glance, the coin communicates principles, beliefs, and the identity of a nation. Yet, beyond symbolism, the 1985 P. Kennedy $50 holds lessons in material science and minting technology. Its copper-nickel-clad composition, with a pure copper core, ensures durability, resistance to corrosion, and a tactile satisfaction when handled. The reeded edge, while aesthetically pleasing, is a legacy of centuries of coinage design intended to prevent clipping and maintain trust in currency. Even these small details tell stories of human ingenuity, economics, and the evolving demands of commerce. Collectors understand that condition transforms a coin from ordinary to extraordinary. While most 1985 P. Kennedy $50 circulated widely, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition have survived nearly 4 decades almost untouched. Their luster, a mirrored finish that catches the eye, signals meticulous preservation and care. Numismatists seek such coins not merely for investment, but to preserve history, to study it, and to connect tactily with moments long past. The cultural resonance of this coin is undeniable. In the mid-1980s, America stood at a crossroads of history. The Cold War loomed, technology advanced rapidly, and society experienced both tension and transformation. The Kennedy $50, quietly minted and distributed, became a symbol not only of remembrance, but also of continuity. Each coin, whether in circulation or kept in a collection, became a miniature ambassador of ideals, a piece of soft power traveling through wallets, banks, and hands worldwide. Even today, the 1985 P. Kennedy $50 invites reflection. It challenges us to see more than metal. It asks us to consider leadership, legacy, art, and history. When we examine its surface, we see the culmination of decades of design philosophy, social change, and national identity. When we notice its mint mark, we acknowledge the Philadelphia Mint's storied contribution to currency and American history. And when we consider its value, from face value to collector's treasure, we recognize the human desire to preserve and honor what is meaningful. Holding this coin, one is reminded that even everyday objects, small, seemingly mundane, easily overlooked, can carry immense significance. They are physical reminders of ideals, of people, and of moments that shaped the world. The 1985 P. Kennedy $50 is more than a coin. It is history. The 1994 United States $50 coin. This coin, minted in the United States during a period when coin collecting was already a popular hobby, carries with it not only the face value of 50 cents, but also the legacy of decades of intricate minting tradition. What makes this particular coin even more intriguing is that it comes without a mint mark, a detail that instantly sparks curiosity among collectors and historians alike. Coins without mint marks often hold a unique place in numismatic collections because they signify coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historically significant mints in America. The 1994 $50 in fine condition is a coin that quietly tells a story of mid-90s America, a period characterized by both economic stability and a growing fascination with coin collecting as a hobby and an investment. In terms of design, this $50 carries the familiar Liberty profile, a symbol that has appeared on countless American coins throughout history, standing as a testament to the nation's enduring values and commitment to freedom. On the reverse side, the eagle spreads its wings majestically, encapsulating the strength and spirit of the United States. Every detail, from the intricate feathers to the inscriptions declaring the nation's motto, reflects the precision and care of the minting process. Even without a mint mark, the craftsmanship is evident, and the coin's fine condition ensures that these details remain crisp, allowing collectors to appreciate the artistry just as intended by the designers. Now, when it comes to value, the 1994 D-half dollar without a mint mark in fine condition has carved out a modest but respectable place in today's market. While not as rare as some older silver half dollars, this coin still appeals to both new and experienced collectors, largely because it represents an era when the United States Mint was balancing mass production with a dedication to quality. In today's market, a 1994 D-half dollar in fine condition typically sells for around $5 to $10, depending on demand, seller reputation, and overall condition. While it might not reach the astronomical values of older silver-rich coins, its worth is amplified when considered in the context of completing a full set, understanding historical minting practices, or simply enjoying the beauty and story behind American coinage. Holding this coin is more than just holding 50 cents in your hand. It is holding a piece of history, a tangible link to the past that survived decades of circulation and still stands proud today. Whether you are an avid collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who simply enjoys the subtle details of American numismatics, the 1994 D-half dollar without a mint mark is a small but significant treasure. Its story bridges the past and the present, reminding us that even the most ordinary coins can carry extraordinary tales, waiting quietly in pockets, drawers, and collections around the world, ready to be rediscovered and appreciated by those who understand their value. Beyond its face value and aesthetic appeal, the 1994 D-half dollar without a mint mark represents a fascinating intersection of history, economics, and artistry. Every coin, regardless of its denomination, is a snapshot of the era in which it was produced, and this particular half dollar is no exception. Minted in a decade when the United States was experiencing technological advancement and cultural shifts, this coin quietly reflects the stability and precision of the U.S. Mint. The fact that it comes without a mint mark adds a subtle layer of intrigue, signaling its origin from the Philadelphia Mint, where countless coins have been struck over more than 2 centuries. Collectors often appreciate such coins not just for their monetary value, but for their narrative power. Each coin tells a story about who made it, why it was made, and how it has survived to reach the hands of enthusiasts decades later. Holding it in your hand is like holding a small fragment of American heritage, a reminder that even everyday objects can carry historical significance far beyond what meets the eye. Moreover, for anyone entering the world of coin collecting, the 1994 D-half dollar in fine condition offers an accessible yet rewarding experience. Unlike rare or highly expensive coins that might be out of reach for beginners, this half dollar provides a tangible connection to the U.S. Mint's legacy without requiring a major investment. Its moderate value, typically between $5 to $10 in the current market, ensures that collectors can enjoy the thrill of ownership, study the intricacies of design, and appreciate the subtle patina that comes with age. Beyond mere economics, owning this coin becomes an educational journey, allowing collectors to explore the history of American coinage, understand minting processes, and develop a deeper respect for the craftsmanship that goes into producing every piece. Whether displayed in a collection, passed down as a keepsake, or examined with magnifying tools for its finest details, this half dollar transforms from simple currency into a story-filled artifact that bridges the gap between everyday life and the grand tapestry of history. In addition to its historical and aesthetic significance, the 1994 D-half dollar without a mint mark offers an intriguing glimpse into the broader world of numismatics, where every detail matters and even subtle differences can influence value. Collectors often study the minutiae of each coin, the sharpness of Liberty's profile, the clarity of the eagle's feathers, the edges and rims, and the overall wear, to assess its condition and worth. In fine condition, this half dollar strikes a delicate balance. It shows evidence of circulation, giving it character and authenticity, yet retains enough detail to make the artistry and craftsmanship stand out clearly. This duality makes it especially appealing to collectors who appreciate coins not just as monetary objects, but as historical documents, each one a testament to the era, the minting techniques, and the societal context in which it was produced. It is a reminder that even coins considered common can carry stories, value, and beauty for those who know where and how to look. Finally, the 1994 D-half dollar without a mint mark also serves as a perfect starting point for anyone looking to build a meaningful coin collection. While rare coins can be intimidating and prohibitively expensive, this coin allows enthusiasts to enter the world of numismatics with confidence, curiosity, and a sense of discovery. Its moderate market value, generally around $5 to $10 today, makes it accessible, yet its historical resonance ensures that it will never feel ordinary. Collectors can study it, display it, and even compare it with other coins from the same year or series, exploring variations in design, minting, and condition. In doing so, they gain not just coins but knowledge, experience, and a tangible connection to the story of American money. This coin reminds us that history is not always found in textbooks or museums. Sometimes, it is quietly waiting in a pocket, a drawer, or a collection, ready to tell its story to anyone willing to listen and appreciate its journey through time.